Honey, I made a pineapple casserole, and don't kick it till you try it. Let's go make it. You know, Nanny Shell's got to taste this before I make it. Now, y'all, before I get started on this little yummy recipe that I'm fixing to show y'all, the first time I ever had this was probably about 20 years ago, and it was at this little restaurant. It was called Minnie's, and her name was Minnie. And honey, you ain't had some cooking until you had her. She was the best little cook. Well, anyway, she had this on her little menu that you go in and get, and I tried it, and my kids and everybody just loved it. Now, you're going to think a pineapple casserole, that's something sweet, but honey, it's really sweet and salty. It's really good, and I can tell you, when you mix this up and you cook it for your little family, it would probably be good with some green beans. You know, saute you some bacon and onions and get them green beans going, and then get you a little ham. And if you don't have time to bake a ham in the oven, honey, put it in the crock pot. Or even better than that, they got pre-sliced that all you got to do is heat it up. And honey, you'd have a meal within 30 to 40 minutes for your little family. So let's get started on this so I can show y'all how to do it. Now, the first little ingredient for this yummy little recipe is 6 tablespoons of all-purpose flour. Then we'll put a half a cup of white sugar. And what we'll do, we'll mix this up. Just, you know, combine those two together. Now, honey, this is simple. It is so simple. Then, to that, we're going to add us 2 cups of sharp cheddar cheese. Now, I grated mine up, but, honey, if you want to, you can just buy it already pre-shredded. If I can get that word out without saying an ugly word. All right, now to that, we're going to add us about 6 tablespoons of pineapple juice. And what you're going to do when you do the pineapple juice, you're going to drain your pineapple and you're going to save out about 6 tablespoons. All right, let's get that mixed up. Okay, and I'm going to show you the little consistency of this after we got it all mixed up. That's the way it's going to look. So now we're going to add our pineapple to this. Let me go get it and I'll be right back. All right, now what I've got here, I got 1/20 ounce of tidbits pineapple, and I drained that really good. And then I got me a 20-ounce can of the crushed pineapple, and you're going to drain that real good, because if you don't drain them, it's going to be too wet and it ain't going to turn out really right. So what we're going to do is pour that right on over in there. Now, you see how simple this is? You just mix it all up together. Now, I'm going to tell you, the taste of this will knock your socks off. Now, I'm going to tell you that because I never would have dreamed that this would be that yummy. But, honey, it is so good. And, honey, if you cut you up some ham, woo, that would be some good eating right there. Now that this is all mixed up, we're going to pour this into, I'm going to put mine in my little casserole dish. I did butter it. So now we're just going to pour this on over in this. Just spread that on over on there. Now, honey, you could even say this little recipe for, you know, Thanksgiving, any little holiday like that you could save. Now, our next little step and our last step before we bake it, what I did, I got me 2 sleeves of Ritz crackers, and I got me a stick, about a stick and a half of butter. And what we're going to do is we're going to pour that over in there. Now we got this all mixed up. Now I'm just going to pour it all on top, but I'm going to do it with my hands. We're just going to put that all on there. Now, you know, if you don't like as much crunchy stuff on top, you can do, you know, less of the crackers. But now, like I always tell you, we love that crunchy stuff. Okay, now I've got my oven preheated to 350, and we're gonna bake this for about 30 to 35 minutes, and then it's gonna be ready to eat. So let's go get it in the oven. It's hot out of the oven, so honey, go share this with some friends and family and make some sweet memories. And you remember to smile because God loves you, and baby, He's got this.